In a world cursed and full of hardship and strife, the king leads a council commanding his baron to seek an Eldritch Horror from beyond the mountain. A few local dwarves were convinced by the hybrid camel person, and the task seems simple enough. The king wants a new city. Our party of 7 dwarves and the Camelman Death Pony venture across the oracular continent from the mountainous Dinkleslurp Wall to the location marked out by the scholars of the High King, a detestable, haunted location in the shadow of a necromancer's tower. But the legend was true. The MONSTERHOLE was here. This is the story of how they not only survived, but thrived in symbiosis in the belly of the beast. Our heroes are here to make an outpost for the glory of all Glorplorbaum. A new chapter of Dwarven history begins here at Ushangoges, MONSTERHOLE, Strike the Earth. The party were well acquainted with each other after the long voyage and took on nicknames relating to their aspirations and heritage. Our intention being to uncover the MONSTERHOLE, a legendary location known as a visceral maw leading into the bowels of the earth, which as you can imagine is inspired by such giant monsters like the Sarlacc Pit, the Worms from Dune, and the Mystery Flesh Pit National Park. Our leader, Pony, oversaw the uncovering of MONSTERHOLE, which might seem a confusing name at first, because horsemen don't actually exist in DF. There's actually a number of animal men missing from the base game, despite the fact you can quickly bash the required sprites together. It'd be nice if we could get more in future updates. But for now, a camel is basically a horse anyway, right? Digging out the initial starting area right beside the wagon, we used a murky pond to create a convenient growing zone, and tunneled conically into the earth through sand and silty loam. This time, the plan would be to keep the tunnels almost warren-like and winding rather than structural dwarven halls. The farming zone allowed for outdoor plants despite its roof for the MONSTERHOLE to enjoy variety. And miners like Dink worked tirelessly to hollow out the stomach of the beast. And before you say anything, no, this is not some disguised Dwarf fetish. Speaking of eating, unfortunately our pack animals sorta died. Turns out the grass on the surface is actually inedible. But regardless of that ill omen, we had our first migrant wave bringing many more talented dwarves to the Eldritch hamlet. One of these came with a copper crossbow, Zaella, the fair maiden, who was quickly working as the MONSTERHOLE's first white blood cell, clearing out the already infested wound of the earth, which was full of badgers and ostriches. We'll probably set some traps up or something once we've cleared all this out. Oh, a kobold caravan arrived. What? Yeah, I got a mod for kobolds. Look at this. What the hell? Holy shit, pet them. They're pretty fucking cute, not gonna lie. I wonder what they will have, yeah. Hopefully something good. They are very cute though. I like the different colors that they have. Like the little masks. Look at that, swordsbold, bowbold. Oh my god. Craftsmanship of the dwarves is unparalleled. Let's make a deal. They're so cute. What the f? Toy dragons! What? That's so cute. Do they have anything else? They have a giant cave spider, which is too expensive. They seem to have like interesting things because they have a helmet snake as well. I might buy the female helmet snake, just in case. Oh, a dagger. A large dagger. It's fun. I mean, not because I'm British. Let's also get a bow, leather armor, and a toga, and a training sword, and a training axe. We'll do this. Wonderful, thanks for your business, you cheeky bastards. Can we talk about the political economic state of the world right now? So many emus. Emu must die. Oh! After trading with the ridiculously cute bolds, we found the caverns, which thankfully means we'll no longer have starving grazer animals. Also, threw in a ton of traps to hopefully catch any emus and badgers, like a MONSTERHOLE respiratory response. Oh my god! Tilak. Oh my god, a kobold wants to live here. What? A kobold guest wants to live here. No way. Fuck yeah. Approved. They're non-binary. Am I crazy in thinking, are they non-binary? They don't have the symbol. NB Kobold, yeah. The NB Kobold. Clearly the trading went well as we've somehow attracted a kobold monster hunter. And with delicious yet slightly funny tasting cavern water at our disposal, we can safely build a well to access water for cleaning. We'll make this room nearby a hospital for any inevitable accidents life throws our way. Mostly for Zaella, who has been pecked a lot by the local fauna. Despite not getting another migrant wave, we were blessed with the gift of life, as the first ever child is born to the hole. I dub thee Mr. Booze. The lack of migrants made me accept a lot more monster hunters than usual, which makes a lot of sense, because like, you're in one, We got some more trade opportunities at the rim of MONSTERHOLE, but after falling for the kobold crafts, human trade seemed pretty mundane. But we continued hiring slayers and expanding, having minor issues with tunneling, but beyond that, the MONSTERHOLE was going perfectly as designed. The slayers managed the badger infestation Xyella couldn't handle, and the heart of the fortress, the production floor, was finally operational. So we have a breeding pair of helmet snakes, which means that we can have effectively a helmet snake farm. There is a weird set of lungs. Yeah. I mean, it's a monster. Ooh. Oh my god, Jay. Jay has had a second child. So Mr. Booze was just born. How fast do they make kids? What the f? Jay's going to town. Yeah, this one's still 0 years old, which means that it's been like, what, less than 6 months? So Mr. Booze finally has a sibling. Also, they're different skin colors, which I find very strange. Jay led the charge as militia captain after finishing dwarven paternity leave, and I noticed a bit of a theme as an elven caravan arrived, with camels of varying sizes, which made the dwarves double take. How exactly did Deaf Pony rise to such power? And why is he a camel? Once the elves left, we chopped all the dead surface trees. They won't regrow due to the biome, and we hollowed a new orifice so the dwarves can easily yeet wood down the hole to the production floor. Our cave-adapted populace trailing their vomit across the surface as they tried to make fast work, dumping the logs into the pit. And with a bit of block placing, a few months later, MONSTERHOLE unveiled its toothy maw. Our diligent city building paid off, with more interest from traders and larger wagons, as we bought giant jaguars and allowed the food areas to overflow with yellowed fatty lichen. Ignore the miasma. Our flourishing home even enticed a necromancer to move in. Leonard and their beautiful eyebrow put to very good use as our extremely late doctor. We've not had any forgotten beasts yet, but I hope you see the vision. I've created a trap in the caverns where a spider I bought from the kobolds is hanging out behind a barricade. Meanwhile, Leonard resurrected a two-headed meatball man that stumbled into the fortress. Does it work? The fucking spider won't shoot webs on the traps, even if I show him the Etin. Shit sucks. It's fine though. Further back I have another defense, a pitfall that drops into a series of chambers. If a beast shows up, we can just lock it down here before deciding where to move it to. So after months of the breeding pair of helmet snakes locked away in the ball lungs, they have had a massive population explosion. Since we can't use these guys in war or anything, we finally unlock the door to deal with the problem. Also, as the fortress is now several migrant waves and monster slayers deep, we build a tavern that resembles a liver to entice more visitors. And good news, our camel man did a good job bringing this fortress to our civilization, and is now made officially the Baron of MONSTERHOLE. Also, Rosalind, congrats on winning the election. There's only one monster in MONSTERHOLE so far, a creepy angel we unearthed from one of the cavern loot boxes. I really want the materials his armor and stuff are made of. It'd be nice to be fully geared in screaming mouths. Oh! Okay. Is it gonna come to the rest of us, right? It should do. Hopefully it comes to hang out with us. Because we've just turned on the pavilion alert. It's jumped in the water for some reason. Oh no, don't leave.
Finally some good horrors beyond comprehension.
Yeah, finally. But he's spaffing all of his searing arrows into the ground. I need that. I need that. I need these searing arrows. Don't waste them. And now he's left. Motherfucker. I wanted him to come this way, you know? We have this area. Why can he not just come through here? The soldiers trained idly, awaiting a real threat to finally deal with. Meanwhile, we dug deeper and more greedily, with intent on hopefully finding a second cavern to sate our monster lust. We also began building our library in the shape of a brain, with a frontal lobe that contains a religious temple, which we finished first. I always like building differently each time, so I've really enjoyed the chaotic, visceral nature of this fortress. It was really fun to throw together, honestly. If you're new to my content, I don't always design like this, promise. The only time I return to order is when I'm doing weird lower level stuff with rooms. Just because creatures can move diagonally, and I don't want to accidentally the whole fortress. On this final lower level, we conveniently found a pillar of gems, leading even further down. So hopefully what lies in store is even more exciting. In prep for this, I've laid ample traps to prevent any unnecessary carnage. Finally. Behold! It's called Shikrak, a giant one-eyed warbler, whatever that means. It looks cool though, right? And I want to catch it. Hopefully, I beg. It's on the floor that has the spider. I like has he got little arms inside of his main arms? Look at that, he's got little arms and big arms. Hopefully it can go over here to where the the creature is. But what I'll do is I'm going to send everybody inside because I'm kind of scared on behalf of all dwarves. Please go inside. Would we? And would we begging you to go inside? Would we, please? So we're going to find out right now if Peter Parker's going to do his job. If not, the dog's going to get eaten. But fortunately, we can still pull this lever. And then it should tumble down into whatever the fuck I've made down here, okay? My, aw. Where'd it go? Wait, why is it seriously injured? Don't get seriously injured. Is he falling down the stairs? Off the map? He's chasing stuff. Little hamsters. Oh, is he coming down? No, he's still in the wrong zone. I don't think he can actually get to us. Sean Connery, Junior. Okay, we're gonna call him Junior. This is where the Forgotten Beast is. This side of the map, so... Okay, get out of here. Oh, we unveiled the rest of the cabins. So, in an ideal world... here we go, here he comes. Cheeky little chappy. Go, go. Yep. Locked. We caught Junior. Look at him. And he's healthy. He's not doing too bad. With our first ever Forgotten Beast finally captured, it's just a matter of building an access to get Junior up to the surface. I had an idea to keep the Forgotten Beast in pause on the surface, like Whitehead's for the monster hole, but full of beasts. We quickly found out, however, that Junior might have been an augury of doom. I think Baron Pony has a lot of explaining to do. We're met with a very large dwarf-eating were-camel with glowing red eyes and lust for blood. Is this the result of experiments that led to our Baron's conception? Perhaps, or perhaps not. Fun to think about, though. Oh, no. Oh, what did you just attack? Doran! Doran's upper arm. Oh, no. They're having a party downstairs. Meanwhile, his upper arm was splattered with Warman Lover 3's dwarf blood. But why is Warman Lover 3's dwarf blood knocking around? I don't understand that.
Peter?
Huh? What happened to Warman Lover? We're gonna send the Laborious Worth, who are like a ranged unit. So I'm gonna send the ranged unit. Hopefully they can just take him out. The spot. Oh no! Oh my god! It's standing on top of them. That's why. Warman Lover 3 and Doran's mutilated corpses. Oh dear. Oh my god. Look out. Oh dear. Oh no, Zayella, the fair maiden. This is not good. I hope you've got a good critical aim. Okay, roll a d20. Okay, I'm gonna press play. Ooh. Oh my god, are they gonna get it? What do you reckon? Oh god, it's strong. Oh dear, it's strong. Oh shit. It turns out were-camels are really strong, and it took the creature transforming back for it to be killed. The dead were to be moved to the MONSTERHOLE necromancy department for processing. Meanwhile, in the hospital, we checked through the combat log to see who was bitten and who was just injured. Turns out a lot were chewed though, so I needed to go through and label who was bitten or not. The undead are also capable of being were-camels too. So it's worth keeping an eye out and seeing if once resurrected, they'll transform a stage further. The lever is pulled, and Leonard instantly snaps life back into the dead dwarves. For those unaware, my system for resurrection in DF is simple. Leonard is a soldier targeting the zombie in the south room. A lever is pulled, dropping the bridge, revealing the target. This scares Leonard, and because he's in combat, he resurrects undead entities he can see before skedaddling out of the room. What I didn't really realize is I resurrected a mother and their child. So when the kid was brought out of the necromancy area, their mother, Warman Lover 3, immediately seeked them out, leading to a tragedy that I've, as is typical of me, made 1,000 times worse. Oh no! Yeah, she did go pick up the baby, look. Oh no, they're both zombies. Oh dear. We got attacked by a were-camel. The were-camel killed the mum and the child. Then we resurrected them with necromancy. The mother is still being maternal towards the child. The mother and the child are both potentially were-creatures. So when the full moon hits, they'll kill each other. But if they do, I guess I do still have a necromancer, so I guess I can just respawn them, right? But am I really doing something moral or immoral? I decided the best idea would be to throw the werebeasts and potential werebeasts in oubliettes. An oubliette is a little 1x2 hole in the ground to forget about prisoners in medieval times. After assigning each of the bitten to their respective forever after, we added hatch covers, so we can potentially unlock and use them to kill goblins or something later down the line. Our soldiers were on standby for the next full moon to hopefully deal with any shenanigans, and all the dwarves did as they were told, apart from the zombie mother and child. Seek infant. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's so bad. Seeking infant and it's just a little zombie. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Baby forever, mother forever. It's cute, stop being judgmental. One of them is going to transform, and it's not going to be a good time. Like, look at these two, right? See? Did she just killed her own child. I told you this would happen. Oh no, he did. That is fucked, ripping your own child apart. Meanwhile, oh my god, they were all monsters. What the? The mum shook the baby around by the neck and the severed part sails off in an arc. The neck is ripped away and remains in the camel hunter's void butcher's grip. Oh god, that's so bad, man. So the mother is still carrying around Tomatus's neck. How do we do this? Oh dear, no. Oh no, Toad Frogman, why are you bleeding? Why is Toad Frogman bleeding? Huh? The were-camel hunter, Void Butcher, makes a flicking motion and he looks sick. Oh my fucking god, it can cast spells? What spell did it cast? Oh my god. Left foot is oozing. Right eyelid is oozing. It's just oozing. Oh dear. This is not poggers. Oh no! Oh no, it's so strong. Holy fuck. Oh my god. I mean, the camel was also like a zombie that could cast spells, so I don't think that helps. I think it was melting my dudes. Oh no, Leonard, no! Oh dear, oh, that's a lot of blood. Okay, hang on. Warman Lover 3, currently dead. Is this the end of the fort? Better not be. The one-armed Meng, how you feeling? Let's curse check this shit. 18 cursed on the map. Okay, that's not a good sign. I think what we'll do is we're going to send every single person to their own independent. Who is stinking up the place? Oh, it's a rotten corpse. We're going to have Leonard isolated to his room. He can still resurrect things as a necromancer monster, right? Not sure why I said that without conviction, but we had more problems on our hands, as always. I seem to have a real knack for taking a bad situation and making it worse, and that was never going to change. The dead kid, christened Tomatus, was to be resurrected, along with his mother. We'll also resurrect Toad Frogman, Komodokov, and a couple other casualties. The dwarves that were knocking about in the bloody hallway were tagged with bitten and sent off to their new oubliettes. Leonard, now confined to his personal hell, raises the dead whenever it's dropped in the adjacent room. This time, though, we'll be even more diligent with getting the corpses into storage as soon as possible. By the time the next full moon came around, the folk in the oubliettes couldn't harm anyone. Some, thankfully, weren't even were-camels, like Jay, for example, so he gets to go home to his wife and kids. And even though Leonard was knocking around upstairs, he fortunately can't take outdoors. So he continues his job even while he's camel maxing, resurrecting some of the undead bitten. Are you f***ing out of your mind? Another were-camel? Oh fuck, who are these? Oh, they're new arrivals. You're so unlucky. You're so unlucky. The migrant wave is chasing my migrants. God, we've lost so many dudes. What the hell? Kick his butt. Ooh, six-legged crocodile, you say? I'm always happy to see more forgotten beasts, even if Armok doesn't give me a moment to rest. The big six-legged poisonous crocodile starts booking it to the fortress from the cavern. Unfortunately, the spider doesn't do its job and instead just gets brapped on. Also, I feel really bad about the dog situation down here. Randomly interfering with our capture plans is a dwarf called Avers, who for some reason decided to ignore the burrow order. But I like to believe that this is some kind of Darwinism taking place. Eventually he was over our trap, but he seemed too intelligent for it. We got him down here eventually. Don't ask me how, we just did. We can safely say that after the Forgotten Beast introductions, and the copious amount of failed Deaf Pony experiments, our monster hole is the most monstrous hole to ever hit these grim lands. All we need now is to filter our parasitic monsters from the bowels of the fortress upwards into display areas on the surface. Also, our useless spider died from being farted on, so we've got to resurrect him too. Not all resurrected are secretly werebeasts or ops. Some are just unfortunate to have died during these little scuffles, so they get resurrected to rejoin the fort at a later date. The best thing about these zombies is they don't really have moods, like they don't get upset, because they're already dead. So I see that as a win. We had hit a bit of a monster attracting phase, enticing beasts of all shapes and sizes to the fortress. For some reason, this one didn't want to path through properly, and ended up getting unfortunately dispatched by military dwarf and baron consort Dixon Cider. There's plenty more where he came from. The dwarves kept working as the lifeblood of the monster hole, with most dwarves being on the happier end of the spectrum, although there's always some that can't hack it. Oh no! Fish lover! What happened? How'd you manage this? Why are you in the water? Fish lover! Yeah, I think he was looking for fish. Oh my god, respawn? Fish lover has been reincarnated immediately. Fish lover Mark II immediately respawned right back into this mortal coil. Our monster hole kept bustling, attracting bigger caravans and more varied tavern patrons. We got our useless but very adorable giant spider set up in the lowest cavern just for funsies. He's so cute, just look at him. Somehow, every full moon brings monthly camel monstrosities to our fortress, taking the dwellers by surprise and causing more bitten and more oubliettes filled. Noipale defended our fortress, embedding a steel pickaxe in the monster's head. However, he was bitten in the process. I wish there were a cure, but unfortunately it's a life sentence in the oubliettes. We're attacked on all sides, with a Forgotten Beast killing a monster slayer in the caverns, but we can res him later. Oh dear. Bro. Get this worm, get out of here. Civilian alert. Oh. You got this. Civilian alert right now. Run. Run. Yeah, bud. Go on through. Go through. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. It was too fast. Forbidden. Ah. Enjoy. Enjoy, dumbass. Enjoy. The human Lash's insurance came through and he was resurrected by the Were Leonard. It's a shame resurrection is non-regenerative, so he needs serious treatment for the mauling. We kind of had a setup to connect all levels without hitting the actual fortress, which was convenient when a surface titan rocked up. A towering poisonous titan made of water with 3 tails. Despite our burrow command, a few decided to limit test against it, getting thwomped in the process. But it's fortunately baited into our trap, never to see the light of day again. Once inside, I've closed off all doors, so he just wanders the veins of the earth until eventually he trundles his way into a pustule. I'm gonna try shuffling all the beasts upstairs over time. After all, one of the main focuses of this fortress is to keep our creatures displayed, including our beloved Junior. As the yawning orifice of the earth attracted more wealth and prestige, I couldn't help but notice a massive amount of blood pooling in the corridors of MONSTERHOLE. While furnishing the smooth and shiny brain area, our library, I noticed some of the resurrected were literally just dripping blood everywhere. We actually have a ton of really interesting characters now. Is it Cake, who's currently reading The Hidden Meaning of the Human, is bleeding all over the floor out of their mangled brain. We also have a pack of leopards roaming as a group around the fort. We got these from the elves and they sort of multiplied. We have this badass Khal Drogo dwarf called Kieran Ichiban, probably the coolest dwarf I've seen in a while. We also have a demonic slug-looking motherfucker, a one-eyed humanoid with a pair of knobbly antennae. Its purple taupe skin is wrinkled. This night creature was first created by the human necromancer Athrab Hale Frenzies of Gerda Song, after horrible experiments on the elf Ego Unite Seduce in Whispers Lie in the year 105. Or nor. What the hell is this? What the f***? An elf baby? I've never seen an elf baby before in my entire life. What is this? Whose baby is this? Why is there a baby here? Just like hanging on the outside edge? Where are his parents? They're in the tavern stripping? Aw, you f***ers. I genuinely had a more extreme reaction to the elf baby than to the slugman. While the dwarves worked tirelessly to the whims of Baron Deaf Pony, he decided that MONSTERHOLE was near full realization, as was commanded by his liege. All the major organs were fully operational, some admittedly more operational than others. But anything from the smooth brain, drunken liver, and fatty deposits, to major vessels and tubes, were all up and running, and the Baron now needed an organ of his own. Admittedly humble, but with the necessities of which to govern from. This, for some reason, seemed to draw more spider-like beasts to MONSTERHOLE, clearly attracted to the newest tumor. I'm sure only the Baron himself knows the reasons behind this. We decided now is a good time to keep digging deeper, into the pillar of gems at the base of the caverns. Hopefully no beasts. Oh no. I said hopefully no beasts. Angel of Mothsuat Maceman. Let's not open that. Run. No! Goro Majima! It's not that strong. You can get out of this. You're getting ripped to shreds. Oh, we have a necromancer, it's okay. The weird entombed angel creature was captured, fortunately, and we actually do have a new necromancer. Mr. Propaganda moved in on a recent migrant wave. We can replace the Were Leonard, who I'm sure is tired of being traumatized by necromancer combat. Being traumatized, though, is a decent trade if it means I get my master miner back. Also, if he didn't want to do this, why learn necromancy, huh? Unperturbed, the miners kept digging, mostly getting nowhere due to the lava and water making obsidian instantly filling the tile. Meanwhile, we wished to dominate the landscape. The soldiers of MONSTERHOLE yearned for combat. We decided it's high time we attacked the nearby necromancer tower, sending a couple of squads, staggered to attack Wither Deeps. A giant has come! Oh my god, a gigantic creature resembling a human, unparalleled in size. It's a big British man, chasing an emu like a true British geezer. No, don't kill the fucking... Wait, you're gonna lose? Oh my god, are you getting your ass kicked? True Brexit geezer, isn't he beautiful? The kobold's beating his ass. Come on, Mr. Unparalleled. Military history, 29 kills. Overexerted, seriously injured, exhausted and injured. His right claw is cut open, his upper arm is mangled, and his left shoulder's mangled. Should I send somebody out to help him? Oh, here we go. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Sort him out. What a beast. I'm gonna give him a name. Giant Slayer. Do you want some medical help, or anything? He is indefatigable. The kobolds clearly take being caravan guards very seriously. Mayor Rosalind continues to do negotiations with representatives, while we hear back sour news from our military squad. It seems a few soldiers died on the mission to the Necromancer's Tower. The logs recorded that we killed a lot of them, but there were many more still out there. While I'm glad Jay's kids aren't now orphans, maybe Dwarven steel isn't enough. The Necromancer's experiments were clearly powerful and numerous. What? What the f is that? What's that? What the hell? What the f is that? Thriller. Ew. What the bloody hell is this? We gotta catch it. Why is a dune worm here? What the f? A feathered maggot. Its large mandibles and ivory feathers are patchy. This night creature was first created accidentally by the Wolverine woman necromancer, Surreal Dimple Trust. What? Surreal Dimple Trust of Witherdeeps after horrible experiments gone wrong on horses. Surreal, explain yourself. Oh, I think there's more hidden, by the way. Because there's little farts being emitted. Oh god. An ambush, skulking vermin. Oh, wait, what the f? These are just kobolds. Are they? Oh, I think they're firing at the monsters. Oh my god, what the f is this? Don't kill Surreal's creation. What the f is that? What is going on? Yeah, hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. There are way more monsters though. Look at this one. They're just blasting ass. In unison as well, which is quite fun. Okay, so hopefully they do end up getting trapped. Oh my god. What the f- Oh my god, they're trap immune. No. What is this? Created by the necromancer Smunsu. After horrible experiments on horses. Smunsu was also f***ing with horses. Oh my god, I can't believe this has happened. I've never seen this before. It's amazing how this game can still throw shit at me that I've just never seen before. What's up with that? Run, just run, 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 run. Please, run. No! Yeah, I hope these guys don't fucking die. But if they do, some of you may die. All right, so I'm going to have the rangers up here. Like this spot, okay? And we're going to have the melee dudes come out to meet this guy and kill him, unfortunately. Kick his butt. Okay, they kicked his ass. We kicked that dude's ass. Can I eat him? What is this? What is this horrible, like, fart monsters? What is this? What is this child doing? Fish lover, what are you doing? This is not for you. We're being currently attacked by a load of horrible, farting bastards. But we're catching quite a few of them, which is quite nice. I mean, realistically, they can come down here, right? This is all locked off anyway, right? There's nothing else that they can even touch. If I were to do this and lock this door, and then we lock these doors, we should be chill. I'm pretty sure that they can just... Wait, what the f*** happened in here? Huh? I am so confused. I guess they did party a little bit too hard, maybe. So more of these monsters are kind of like emerging. Oh, right. Look at this. Creepy dude. Suriel's Fist Spearman. What the hell? A hairy humanoid with two long straight tails. Its black hair is patchy. This night creature... What the fuck? I can't believe this is happening, to be honest, guys. I'm flabbergasted. How many invaders, mate? What the f***? What is this guy doing? Oh no, the kobolds are coming in. What the hell? Wait, why are we getting attacked by a kobold army as well? Goro Majima, look out. This is it's a bit silly. They're getting a little bit silly. Why is everybody fighting us at the same time? Goro, are you okay? I think they're going to be okay. Right, yeah, that goes down to the basement. I don't think any of us have died. Like, I don't think any of our own people have died. It's just a lot of, like, visitors have died. Unfortunately, fortunately, I guess. Were they in cahoots? It's all right. It could be worse. But I'm really happy the fact that we managed to catch all these weird things. Look at this. Look at this one. A catastrophe. Oh, look at these ones. Beast of the night. Oh my god, man. How does one become a beast of the night? There's so many. Why are there so many? Like, who is sending these things? Get out of my monster hole right now. Get out of my monster hole. This is my... Oh, he killed it. Jesus. So I should be able to, like, lock some dudes down here. Oh god, no. All the elf scholar, you silly bastard. What are you doing? What are you doing, all the elf scholar? Wait, he wasn't even hindered at all. Shoot with your bows, you bastard. Oh god, an elven caravan has just arrived. Bad timing. We're still working pretty hard. Like, look at this. They're just shooting away, having a great time. There's also a load of monsters here, obviously. Mate. Did I do? Oh my god, it's huge. Look at this guy. I mean, the civilian alert's already on. Why are we getting attacked by Godzilla? Look, what's with the kaijus? There's no way. Oh my god. What is going on? Why are there elves in here too? Yeah, he didn't last. Godzilla didn't last. What's up with the elves though? For some reason, the elves are on the side of the monsters. Like, the monster doesn't seem to give a shit about the elves. Oh, wait. Obsidian floor hatch has been destroyed? Huh? Oh, fuck. Who opened this door? This door was locked. Oh, my God. I didn't know they could even destroy these. I'm surprised that they destroyed all of the obsidian. I didn't know that they could even do that. I didn't know they could destroy hatch covers. Wait, did he kill the guy that was in here? He destroyed an oubliette lid. A lid into the oubliette and killed the guy that was inside. I mean, they're still farting. Are they going to just constantly be farting? Forever? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. No! You have a weapon! Kill him! Bald Zuma! Bald Zuma's our friend. Oh, Sang-woo! Oh, no. Something Wong! The raid was over, fortunately with minimal casualties. Mostly visitors and elves, to be honest. If any of our own were killed, We picked them right back up again with necromancy. The main concern was obviously the cages that were being hauled from the entrance, full of creatures letting rip right into the faces of our dwarves. I'm expecting lots of cases of dwarven pink eye. I decided while we've repelled their forces, we're gonna try kick Suriel's ass at Witherdeep's. Who knows, maybe we get lucky this time. One of the soldiers going to fight is actually the badass Kirin Ichiban, who's getting revenge for his daughter who's now a zombie. I like to believe he plans to do this for her so she can live her afterlife in a safer land. No, he didn't res anybody. Okay, Mr. Propaganda, would you please resurrect... ooh! Oh my god. Oh my god, no. Oh my god. Okay. Hang on a sec. We might have a real problem. Hang on a sec. So I seem to have resurrected 3 creatures, okay? 2 of the creatures are massive f***ing monsters. One of the creatures is capable of unlocking doors. Like, am I stupid? But I did also, not only that, I feel like I'm really dedicated to like ruining my own life because I sent my army away. These 2 were enemies until they were resurrected, and now they're friends? Question mark? How is that right? Oh, at least he has no teeth. Yeah, hopefully they're just mangled enough, but they are now undead as well, which makes them even stronger, doesn't it? Oh my god. Armok is trying to put this fortress out of commission. Oh my god. It opened the fucking door. It unlocked the door. No! No! Stop it! Kill this guy. And also kill... Oh, f***. Kill them. Oh no. Kill Various. Oh my god. Why is this gremlin so strong? Oh no! Golden shower, no! Oh no! Oh, thank God we killed it. Okay. Yeah, we majorly f***ed this one up. Okay, so there's a lot of blood knocking around. Blood? I'll be honest, I'll be the first to own this up. I think this was my fault. I'm gonna say, I think this was actually my fault. So after that massive blunder, I decided to not resurrect the dead enemy creatures. Instead, I thought maybe we could try and eat them. The mangled corpse of the big monster. Mmm, delicious! To my dismay, everything else was either too rotten or sentient to be eaten, so we just yeeted it in the bin. Also in typical DF fashion, I totally forgot about the creature made of ash in the basement. So he killed Johnny Sins too, before literally discombobulating in water or something. In an effort to furnish the MONSTERHOLE pustules with additional creatures, I tried getting the caged beasts in their own zone, only to find that the farting was having some kind of long-term effect on Worm here. She wasn't visibly injured, but she was knocked out and fading fast. Clearly being hotboxed by the necromancer's experiments actually does deliver some physical effects. Who knew? Pony witnessed this firsthand, but didn't send for help. Clearly this is an experiment he wishes to play out longer. Meanwhile, the lower levels of the caverns continue as they always have. Mining, getting injured, booze break, as we slowly chip away at the bounty below. Turns out though, while abundant with treasures, the massive pillar of gems is full of horrors too. Angels and other bullshit aplenty. We keep pressing on though, as our scholars in the brain know that the abundance of monsters is what MONSTERHOLE is all about. They're happy to hear news of a treasure of the gods in the form of a blue spear, although it's unfortunately immediately followed by a fire demon. Oh no, something evil. There's so many evil things knocking. Oh, Shibal. Run! Oh dear, who's this? Special Wiku! No! Oh no. Not only did we end up with a roasted horse girl, the weird little fire spirit went and burnt my 2 spiders that were chilling in the side room. So I guess this is his room now. Upstairs, we managed to rescue Worm from the necromancer's Dutch oven, only for her to be sleeping in intensive care, with an inconclusive diagnosis. We pulled a lever to unlock the cages, releasing the necromancer's creations that were stinking up the room so bad they started vomiting on each other. These creatures, despite having all arrived together, were so incompatible they were basically playing some elaborate ailment rock, paper, scissors. And if you can tell from the footage, it made my FPS absolutely shit the bed. Also, my dumbass forgot that the big one was actually a building destroyer. I don't even get how I managed to catch one, to be honest. We locked the door in panic to impede it momentarily before baiting it back the other way and killing it somehow. The rest of them, though, I think escaped. Not sure. Might have run back to Suriel's Necromancer Tower. In an effort to stop killing my dwarves so much due to silly foolishness, we're digging a room above the cavern pillar with intent on doing a cave-in. Wiping out any enemies hidden from view. This'll kill anything that isn't protected by an overhead solid block, hopefully negating any potential untimely deaths. Unfortunately, a beast we nickname Markiplier is preventing cavern access right now, so we'll need to sort him out first. We caught him the usual way, exploiting the pathing of beasts that can't break down doors. Now we can sit back, pull the lever, and let the magic happen. I think it worked. Whatever's under there would surely be dead now, right? Okay, maybe not. Oh, wait, huh? Huh? I've never seen that. He became a ghost. Instantly. He poofed into a ghost. He woke up dead. We killed the divine retribution, but what was more concerning was the fact people were now instantly becoming ghosts when killed. I sure hope that doesn't become a problem later. What's going on? Wait, what's happened? No! Markiplier got out. Was it the ghost that let Markiplier out? The ghost of Goro Majima? I don't like that ghosts can open doors. I've got to say, it's very hard on the old monster hole. He's enraged. I don't want to have to kill Markiplier.
Well, hello everybody, my name's Markiplier here.
Sorry, Markiplier.
Wear his skin. Wear his skin.
Anything we kill gets repurposed into leather and meat for the dwarves, like a true monster hole life cycle. Digesting it for energy, allowing our fortress to keep kicking no matter what manner of bullshit Armok throws our way. While clicking around the fort, we noticed a very suspicious empty oubliette with a severed hand and a dead war leopard. It's clearly a very suspicious situation, but we don't really have a second to dwell on it. As we're being constantly thrown event after event, usually the goblins would be some kind of big bad threat, but because of the state of this place and my inability to multitask, I'm too focused on the forgotten beasts, divine judgments, and looming threat of a were-camel resurgence. Is it cake? Nope. It's violence. Unfortunately, turns out Glup Shito, the were-camel, was the one who escaped his oubliette. Either that or he was bitten during a medical exam. Since he's our chief of medical, I'm not quite sure. Regardless, he fights a load of kids and animals until eventually he stumbles into the well, which is an enormous drop. With Shito dead, I was wondering why there were two bold zoomers. Turns out one of them is a ghost. Weird. I guess the dead are sometimes instantly becoming ghosts up here too. Oh no. Ah! Who did this? Was it me? We scramble a force to put a stop to him. Fortunately, the emissions from Godzilla over here wasn't capable of actually killing anyone. Thankfully. I will say though, watching a cute bold bleed his way back to the tavern was a sorry sight. Like, mate, leave me alone. A big warbler. Why are we getting battered? First we lost the... Oh god.
Peter, where'd he go?
Uh-oh. Oh, f***. Oh, no. Shit. Oh, no. No, what's happened? I feel like this is my application for ADHD assessment. I was wondering why no one was digging out the caverns anymore. Turns out the Warbler monster set up shop and had killed his way through the lower levels. Bear in mind, I've still not even dealt with the goblins. Oh my god, look at him go. Shit. Oh dear. No. No! Oh no, what the fuck? Oh my god. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Jesus Christ! This is possibly the biggest tragedy MonsterHole has seen so far, with our fortress absolutely wrecked by the web shooting beast. Web shooting enemies are easily the most dangerous in the game. Their webs effectively freeze their combatants in place, rendering them unable to take actions, defensive or otherwise. We lost a quarter of our fortress over the last few months, and this place is looking fucking atrocious. In a feeble attempt to make things more optimistic, I decided we'll build a mist generator above the tavern, which will pump water in a circle, delicately kissing the balding heads of our dwarves with mist, which they seem to love. I did this with windmills for energy, but found out that surprisingly, Dwarves can phase through part of the structure, so I guess we'll need to rebuild this slightly. I also finally had a moment to spare to address the goblin siege, despite the goblins outnumbering the dwarves 3-1. At least I thought I had a moment. A were-camel was apparently struck down in the tavern, and among a few others, our Baron Death Pony was bitten by the beast. But like, what happens now? Can a man who is already a camel turn into a were-camel? Like, he's already a camel. Will he just turn into a dwarf once a month instead? This whole ghost thing has really f***ed us over. Either that or my flimsy oubliettes. Without a moment to spare, I bolster our ranks with leopards, then get to goblin slaying.
If you want some, I'll give it you.
I always find war animals pretty useless, but they did a decent job helping rip the goblins to shreds. A couple injuries and a death or two, but the 60 goblins were put down fairly easily. By the way, let me introduce you to my favorite soldier, Cobble Muncher. He's a legendary soldier and a legendary carpenter who loves his wooden sword, Othibesh. But because his sword is wooden, he takes ages to kill anything with it. Basically just bludgeoning things to death.
Oh no.
Back inside, I have no idea how to handle the next full moon, so I really would rather just lock up my were-camels, ghosts permitting. And Pony is cursed, so we gotta just get him in his own regal quarters and let him hang out until he transforms. Wait, huh? Wait, is he not gonna transform? Huh? But he got bitten! He got bitten. There's no way. I'm so confused. He got bitten, I know he did. He's just chill. I guess you can't be a squared camel. It cancels out. Selected unit is cursed. But why is he not transforming? I'm gonna let him out and he's gonna f me up, isn't he? Life continued in the way the latter days of the fortress had been going so far. Being absolutely bombarded with all manner of bullshit Armok through our way. Unfortunately, the caverns were still perilous and unrelenting. Even having Is-It cake baked for the final time by a forgotten beast. We did manage to put this piece of shit away eventually, though. Thankfully, his braps weren't the kind to kill dwarves on contact. Not before too long, my suspicions were correct. Pony transformed into a larger version of himself and went on a rampage near the farming area, roaming in violence before being struck down by our military. Also, a fucking migrant child is a were-camel, which is honestly bullshit. I just want to go into the caverns, but this incurable plague along with other events just keep preventing progress. Both necromancers are sick of my shit and refuse to resurrect things normally. So I'm taking advantage of the fact were-beasts retain necromantic traits to resurrect Pony out of ours. I hope our civilization will be fine with that. MONSTERHOLE works in mysterious ways. After several months of having every conceivable threat this game has to offer thrown at us, we eventually managed to continue on the Depth project, smashing our way into the caverns, one cave in at a time, revealing treasures and hellish creatures alike. And really, it was easier to contain them than deal with anything we didn't want to. I had hatched a devious plan of how to conquer hell this time, and I'm determined to make it work.
So, here it is. This is how you drink breast milk at the Blizzard Cafe. Operation Smell My Finger is we have hell here. We crack it open. When they're all tussling up out of here, it's gonna come up and then we're gonna finger blast it. We're gonna finger blast the hole while the demons are coming out, okay? Operation Smell My Finger. Because this is the finger and they're gonna smell it. Got it?
But while this is happening, don't think we're not still struggling with were-camels. Pony's legacy hasn't ended just yet. The latest full moon had brought a massive number of injuries, including that of the mayor, Rosalind, our last ruling dwarf since Pony was put away in the oubliette. The hospital needed to be walled off with the infected still inside just because they'd all turn and rip us to shreds anyway. The only ones spared this fate were Mayor Rosalind, just because I'd grown fond of her, and surely she can live out her days in her home, just going nuts like the rest every month. I had to build a new hospital, making sure this time the rooms were private and able to be locked down. Sometimes we'd be lucky though, and have multiple camels in a room so they could just cull themselves when the full moon hits. Aside from the bullshit were-beasts, the pustules housing forgotten beasts were looking nice now, housing the monsters that have been more reasonable in their capture. Also topside, rather than ruining my life with construction of a massive finger jutting into the sky, the finger, as it were, will be a floating mass of earth sitting in a larger circle. This way we don't need to worry as much about suspended constructions or other stupid dwarf stuff. The end result was a floating tower about 20 layers tall, hovering a wooden floor that was covering an empty chamber of 20 layers, ready for finger blasting. All we need now is demons to inhabit the chamber, and I don't care how strong they think they are. No creature can survive a 20-floor cave-in. Might be overkill now that I think about it. We keep digging in a walled-off zone where all the divine retributions were, an area we've directly connected to Operation Smell My Finger. As if to stop our mad plan, we're betrayed by our own kin. We're attacked by an army of dwarves, clearly wishing to put an end to the camel-infested creature that is the Monsterhole. Clearly they'd heard of our plans to descend to hell, and that our nobility had succumbed to the infestation. I understand their need to liberate us. But with a clash of steel on dwarven steel, we sent a message to the king that we're not stopping our plans. Our dwarves, in parasitic symbiosis with the Maw, cemented our independence in a way the world could never understand. And as the screams of battle topside faded to death rattles, we found what lies beneath the lowest cavern layer. You have discovered an eerie cavern. The air above the dark stone floor is alive with vortices of purple light and dark, boiling clouds. Seemingly bottomless glowing pits mark the surface. Horrifying screams come from the darkness below. We found it! We check the hollow adamantine shaft to find lots of demons. 117 hostiles to be exact. Very fun though, eh? Fun, I say with exclamation marks. This is interesting though, look at this. This spirals all the way up. What the hell? What the hell? That's a very tall pillar. Yeah, there's a lot of adamantine. I really want to get it. Worm is the one who has to run right now. Run, Worm! Worm has two lovers, yeah. Well, because apparently you chop a worm in half, both sides can love somebody. I thought that was the rules. Oh, they're coming. They're coming. Look at them come. They're coming! So I'm gonna lock this. Let's do this. Oh, I'm trying to get them to come up through here. Like, I hope that we've debated them a little bit. Yeah, look at them all. Look at them all! Gross, dude. Now that Worm left the system, the only way out is to fly up through the chamber, which we've carefully positioned levers to snap it shut when enough are in the operation zone. The only problem is, I find enemy pathing in Dwarf Fort janky in the best of times. Sometimes enemies would rather just stand around somewhere than actually fly the route that would actually lead into our base. So while we've enticed a solid handful of enemies into the chamber, ready for finger blasting, the rest are literally just sitting around doing nothing. There's also a load that just went up the adamantine shaft, rather than our dugout section, and are now just T-posing at a dead end. I thought maybe they needed incentive, so I cruelly tied up a guinea pig, but they really didn't care about it. I wasn't keen to kill any dwarves baiting the monsters that got lost, so we'll instead force the ones that did get in the chamber to smell my finger. Dropped and decimated the stacked entities knocking around the chamber. The 117 was reduced to a more comfortable 38 to be handled slowly over time. And with the project complete, life continued to thrive as Monsterhole kept fighting on, without leadership and with a million threats at their bearded necks. So that's where this story ends. Our mystery flesh pit deep in enemy territory. I hope you enjoyed the story of this fortress, and good job making it to the end. Obviously, there's a ton of random stuff omitted from this playthrough, because, like, stuff goes wrong a lot in my forts, let's be honest. But I had a great time building this place up and collecting the new Forgotten Beast sprites. Also, a lot of great founding dwarves actually survived this fortress, so that's pretty different. If you want to see full, chaotic, unscripted Vontent, check out my social links below. I've also started streaming on YouTube, so that's a thing now too. Big thanks to everyone who's been enjoying these videos and decides to support my channel and all the content creation stuff. And if you haven't yet, I hope this video has convinced you to subscribe. I've got a ton of videos like this one on the channel and more to come soon. Anyway, that's all from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I'm gonna play you a swamp bass tune about VonGalactic. It's gonna sound so shit, but it's gonna be pretty slick, because I'm gonna make a rhyme or two. There's nothing else I can do except sing the praises of VonGalactic. I should have tuned this banjo more. I don't know what I didn't do it for, but we're gonna pull it off anyhow. We'll get you a follow on VonGalactic, get you a follow right now. If you do not do so, I'm gonna flip out, I'm gonna have a cow. Get yourself a follow on VonGalactic right now. And if you don't, I'm gonna shit my pants. You don't want me to shit my pants, do you?